started around about 5,600 feet and ended up climbing up to about 10,000 feet and did a lot of running around 8,000, 9,000 feet. So I actually, did a training run just a couple weeks before. Maybe it was 3 weeks before. Just to kind of get some experience up at altitude. But yeah, the altitude didn't really bother me much, and I think that was just because I was going off of effort level and not pace. Because I was looking at my heart rate monitor and really just trying to keep my effort level in check. It was almost like you didn't even think about the altitude. If I was trying to maintain, let's say I was just trying to, maintain a 9-minute pace, and I happened to be at 8,000 feet and climbing up the hill, I would have been, my lungs would have been on fire, and I would have said, holy cow, this altitude is crazy. But again, just because I was going off of effort level and it was adjusted kind of, almost out of my control, it was adjusted because of the environment around me. The altitude, it almost wasn't something that I even thought about.
Yeah, nice. And I was telling Chris before we got everything up and rolling, I kind of came to the realization over the weekend up at 10,000 feet that, climbing is climbing. Whether you're at 10,000 feet or 8,000 feet or at sea level, going up and getting vertical is going to take its toll on you. And again, if you're running, off of feel and effort as opposed to trying to stick to a certain pace, it's definitely manageable, and it doesn't kick your butt as much. But what I found is on the flats is where it gets you, because you can open up and it you feel good at first, and then very quickly that altitude will get to you and your heart rate spikes, and there's nothing you can do but slow down, or you have to stop and walk it off a little bit till you calm down. So for me it was it's about finding that sweet spot on those flat sections that you can maintain that that high end of that aerobic capacity. So that was just my takeaway from the weekend that I had. Running at night, did you find yourself kicking a lot of things, being tired, those last 20 miles, roots and rocks, stubbing your toes at all?
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of near misses the last 20 miles that I was with Austin in the dark. I didn't wipe out at all during that last section, but like I said, a lot of near misses. A lot of times it was my own fault. I mean, obviously it's dark, and it was also really, really dusty the entire day. Not just but what made it worse at night was you got the headlamp on, which is illuminating everything in front of your face. Yeah. So when the dust was kicking up, then you had this dust right in front of your face that was then illuminated. It was almost like being in a fog, and it kind of disrupted your vision as far as looking down and seeing the ground. But usually what I found out is when I did, kick something and, almost wipe out, it was usually because my mind was wandering and I was losing focus, and I had to remind myself, okay, focus back, get your head back on the, back focusing on what you're doing on the trail, and, lift up your feet and really, really look at the ground. And I did have a couple spills on the day, but surprisingly none during the last 20 miles, just a lot of near misses.
And with those near misses, were there any F-bombs dropped, or did you keep it cool?
I'm sure there must have been. There was definitely F-bombs dropped on the misses that I had, the spills that I did take. It's funny when for whatever reason, when I wipe out, I get angry at the trail, like it's the trail's fault. And usually, there's some 4-letter words, and usually once I get up and start running again, it's a little bit, I'm like energized because I'm a little pissed off at what just happened, and I kind of, I don't know if it's adrenaline kick or what, but
yeah, it's definitely it's like. For me, that's the worst part about running at night when you're tired is you you kick something or you trip up a little bit, and it's just such a uncomfortable jolt to your entire system that it definitely wakes you up a little bit. But also at the same time, over the course of 10, 15, 20 miles, you do that a few times, and it gets pretty frustrating. What if anything, did you use anything for pain management?
I didn't. I have to admit, I did buy a little travel thing of Aleve. Going into it, somebody told me you should practice taking some Aleve on a long run and see how it works out for you. And you're probably, it was a recommendation that I should take it, or at least be ready to take it. And there's article upon article that will tell you why that's not a good idea. To take the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. So yeah, I did have some packed in a bag that I called my oh shit bag, that the crew had. It was, change of shoes, socks, shorts, the pain stuff, my music in case I wanted it. Never ended up needing it. But anyway, I never felt like I needed it, never went for it. Cool.
I know that you guys are out there in California. And I know that there are some people out there that talk about it and use it. So just in the future, if you like to dabble a little bit, if you want to get yourself some CBDs or some edible gummies or stuff, I've heard that stuff works wonders for people. So, in future preparation, if you ever feel the urge that you might want to do something to manage that, that's an avenue that you can go down. I've heard it works well.
It's on the ballot.
Yeah, I just saw that. It just popped up. Keep that in mind for future. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I definitely, had my experiences in college, but I never. It's hard to imagine being in that state that I was in college and being out there running 100 miles. But I know sounds like the edibles and all that stuff has come a long way, a little bit different than my experiences in the past.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also too, as if you're already in the moment and you're doing things, it's definitely not the same experience if you're sitting around the frat house, with a bunch of guys or whatever. So just something to think about. But what's the future hold for you? Have you started on checking out Ultra Sign Up yet? Have you got anything on the horizon, or are you going to kind of chill out for 2016 and gear up for something in 2017?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I haven't signed up for anything, and I don't have anything on the list, and I haven't checked out Ultra Sign Up yet. I feel like there's a lot of things that I've neglected, just in my personal life that need some attention right now, instead of just, go ahead and get into the next race. I'm anxious to get out there and run again, just because I love running. I'll obviously be smart about the recovery and ease into it. I won't do anything hard or intense here for the next 3 to 4 weeks, but definitely look forward just to getting out for some easy running. I think there's a chance maybe I would do a 50K before the end of the year. There's one in particular, the Lake Hodges 50K, for example, that is really runnable, and it's in October, so plenty of time to recover and kind of get ready for it. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not registered for anything. I don't know that I'll do anything. I'll do some shorter races, some shorter cross-country races this fall in San Diego. There's a fall series called Dirt Dog that we'll have a team for, which would be fun to get out there and do that. But ultras, it's only a matter of time before I get out there and do something. It's just a matter of what it will be and when. But I'll always keep mixing it up: road, trail, ultra. There's no question, like you guys were talking about, the ultra community is amazing. It's something special, and so I'll always continue to do some ultras, but I'll also have a little bit of fun here and there on the roads as well.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Lake Hodges is a fun race. You can definitely rip that one. It's 100% runnable start to finish. How was your gear? How was the Boom Running stuff received? Were there people? I saw one of the guys at the finish line had a hat on.
Oh man, that was awesome. That was such a cool experience for us to see, to be in one place and see so many people wearing our products. And yeah, they sold out of everything. They sold out of the hats really early on, the hooded sweatshirts, the t-shirts. We got so much great feedback from people. I don't know if we talked about it on the last podcast, but if people are listening to this one, we did a design for branded merchandise for Western States, and the design said "No sleep till Auburn." But we've gotten a bunch of inquiries already, just within the last couple of days. People trying to track down that stuff. I think Western States, they've got it on their website, and they just placed an order for some more stuff because they have to. I think they must have a lot of people hitting them up. So we're going to be printing up some more shirts and getting it off to them. But yeah, people were. We got so much positive feedback. I mean, people were telling us it was the coolest design around Western States that they'd ever seen, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Super stoked for you, and hopefully there'll be some other race directors out there in the ultra community that will see what you guys have done and get in contact with you, and you guys can start producing some more stuff. It's really rad gear, and I'm super stoked for you guys, and I'm super stoked for you. I'm glad it all worked out for you, and I joked around. I joke around a lot when I tell people what I did, and I told them it was all beginner's luck. But at the end of the day, you put in the work, you worked hard, you did everything that you needed to do. You had all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, and it worked out well for you. So I'm super excited and proud of you, and congratulations.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and with regards to luck, sometimes there is some luck involved, but I'm a firm believer in that we create our own luck. Like you said, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. I put a lot of time and energy and work into this, and maybe there's a little bit of luck here and there, but I'd like to think that I created my luck this weekend by the amount of time and energy I put in preparation, and the amazing people I had around me helping me get there. It was it was definitely a team effort, a lot of fun. So all in all, the experience was amazing. Thanks for having me on and chatting with me about it. This has been fun. Yeah,
it's great to talk, and I'm already pumped up about that race, and it's just having conversations like that just gets me even more excited to get healthy and get out there and try to get a qualifying race so I can get into that lottery again. Chris, you have any final thoughts, some closing comments?
No, just everybody get out there, have some fun, and hope you're inspired by this podcast, because I tell you what, words, like I said before, words can't express like what was out there and what was going on and the feelings and stuff. But yeah, just everybody go enjoy the day, go for a run, and yeah, have some fun.
Absolutely. Mike, where can everybody find you one last time?
I guess the easiest way is just boomrunning.com. That's our website. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. But I don't have like a, real personal page or anything like that. Just pretty much handle that stuff through Boom Running.
Right on. People go to Boom Running, check out their gear. When you place an order, use the code LONGRUN. You're going to get free shipping. You might even be able to find some of those No Sleep Till Auburn tees at the Western States. They're getting a new order. So go check that out. Dr. Chris, where can we find you?
The Long Run Project on Instagram, on Facebook, and Yeah, that's pretty much the easiest right there.